Pleased to have you return to my channel, Coin Lady. Investors in XRP are far too astute. These two are seriously overly intelligent, and I don't mean that in a lighthearted way. You've made wise investments, you've glimpsed the future, and you know what lies ahead. Every aspect of the financial system is changing, and you can see that XRP will reach astronomical prices in the future. You have a crystal clear understanding of all of this. However, by focusing solely on what's to come, you've overlooked something essential. Thus, XRP has been the main topic of most of my online conversations with real-life individuals. The consensus among commenters is that XRP is equivalent to HODL. Assume you like it, that much is obvious. As a result, it fosters the attitude within the XRP community at large that holding XRP is meaningless. Plus, I understand the emotion. In fact, I completely grasp the sentiment. I'll just describe it. So, let's pretend this XRP is going to be a highly valuable asset in the future if its value is $10,000. I will have $10 million when it arrives, and I already have 10,000 tokens. Plus, I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm after $10 million. But the real concern is how much will it cost? Inquiring minds want $10 million. Because by wasting all that time, you're really giving away an asset that's worth far more than $10 million, indeed, worth far more than any amount of money that could ever be imagined. And now it's up to you. So, you conclude that I am not revising it because I am confused about this part. You can never run out of money. Every time they don't print time, they evidently just print money. Since they can conjure up funds seemingly out of thin air, they obviously can't conjure up time the way you can. There are a few factors that I discuss in my curriculum that might truly distort your perception of time. However, that information is confidential. So, you can only bend time in the manner I outline in my program. You cannot create time or produce objective time, and our perceptions of time are same. Although our perceptions of time may differ, I am able to measure 1 hour in the same manner that you can. Time can be both objective and subjective. We will go into greater detail regarding the topic of time in the program. But there's no way to create extra objective time with objective time. Finally, everyone, I made it, can increase their income. As a result, your time is the real treasure. The waiting itself is the issue. You'll have to part with the priceless possession in exchange for the cash. A lot of people ask me why I would ever sell cryptocurrency, or, more specifically, convert it into fiat money. See how I'm using reasoning here? I mean, why would I, for what reason would I risk becoming funds into a weakening currency, like as the dollar? Putting it in stable currencies seems like the obvious choice. Even if you never sell the asset, you could invest in it. Alright, I'll just use the same line of reasoning again. What are the reasons behind this? Preserve cryptocurrency? Still, be patient. Extra time is essential, since it is the most precious resource you can acquire. Extra cash is unnecessary. I mean, you don't need extra money at any point. Am I correct? In my opinion, there is an acceptable threshold that everyone abides by. For example, a fair sum of money can greatly improve people's standard of living. Though if you fork out, it's not worthwhile to invest a significant amount of effort into it. No amount of money can buy that. What would you do if I offered you $100 billion right now, but you didn't wake up the next day? Would you still refuse the money? Time is clearly a precious commodity. Therefore, to return to the original topic, there is a lot of herd mentality in the XRP community. Why don't we wait a little and make a ton of money? I get why these prices may be so high. I get it. But I believe that there will be some who will connect. Sure, there will be some who simply do not care and will not. I would prefer not to invest my time in anticipation of a sum of money that is yet uncertain. Instead of waiting around, I'd rather make sure I had a set amount of money or be at least somewhat secure financially. As far as I'm concerned, that's not unreasonable. Furthermore, it's completely up to the individual to think as they like. There's no getting around that. What people believe about XRP's future is entirely up for debate. Please consider whether you are ready to sacrifice time for an endless supply of cash before making any final decisions. Do not be concerned, you have likely already exited the video if you do not place any value on time. Thus, let us endeavor to be concise. The only way to save your time, in my opinion, is to think about what I'm thinking right now. Given that our time is limited, the only way to make the most of it is to take immediate, purposeful action. In particular, you shouldn't worry too much about the future. Instead, you should focus on the present and future generation of AMs and taxes, as well as the cash flow, rather than on borrowing and lending from banks. Coming up with some excellent points to discuss. Currently, the best course of action in terms of time investment and short-term gains from crypto is to formulate a strategy. A lot of you, I'd wager, already have a strategy. It sounds like you're planning to sell 3% at $50, 5% at $100, and so on. That kind of thinking, that kind of strategy, you know. A plan is meaningless without execution, and that is the main issue. For that reason, you should design a strategy. Without doing anything, a plan is just a bunch of words on paper. Therein lies its significance. Also, if you dwell too much on the possibilities of the future and how things may turn out. Thank you for watching my channel and for subscribing. I'll see you later.